This week's coffee is going to be two: Nicaragua, Limoncilo, Pacamara, natural, funky and elegant. So hello everybody and welcome to In My Mug episode 188 on Monday the 18th of June 2012. Geez, I'm losing years even. My name is Steve Layton, I hope you know that already. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I'm in a slightly different location for this week. I am at the World of Coffee event, which is in Vienna. Yes, there is a coffee event where people get together and talk about coffee stuff. It's a little bit weird. Where I am is on the Tamper Tantrum stage. Me and my friend Colin Harmon, who's competing in the barista competition today, came up with this idea a few years ago of doing this podcast called Tamper Tantrum, and that kind of developed into us doing an event where we had speakers come, and we've had 12 speakers in the past 2 days come on this stage and do different presentations on coffee. So that's why I'm here. The reason I'm in my get-up today is that I'm going to be emceeing the WBC, the World Barista Championships that's going to be going on, and yeah, I thought I'd dress up like a fool to make myself look silly. So anyway, we don't talk about that on Tamper Tantrum. We do talk about running. Last week, half marathon, 1 hour 49, getting me, very hilly course. I throw this in purely because it's become a habit now. That's what I do. So this week's coffee, In My Mug subscribers will notice that you have two bags. You have one which is white, which is Nicaragua, Limoncilo, Pacamara, natural, elegant, and you'll have one which is black, which is Limoncilo, Pacamara, funky. So they are both naturally processed. So I'm going to tell you a little story. So come on, pull up a chair. Come on. So this year I went to Nicaragua. And in Nicaragua, I went and cupped loads of coffees from Limoncilo. I was at the Don Esteban mill, which is the Maresh family's mill, where all of their farms' coffees come together. And they bring me the Limoncilo Pacamara, and I taste it, and I go, that's amazing. It's like, it's really clean, but it's just not as funky as last time. It's not as, like, amazing. And anybody who had the Limoncilo last year, it was a dangerous coffee. You either loved it or hated it, but you definitely had an opinion on it. So they said, well, what we've done this year, instead of turning it every 2 hours with the rake, so as the cherries are drying, they would turn it over. They decided that they were going to turn it every hour. And what this has resulted in is a much cleaner, much more focused cup, and it is delicious, like the elegant, we're really going to love. But what we also had, well, I said, well, I miss that funk, I miss that amazingness that comes through the cup. So they said, well, we have got one lot. I said, this one lot, they didn't turn as regular. They turned it like every 2 hours, as they've always done. And would I like to cup that? So I was like, fantastic. So they cup it, we cup it, and I'm like, oh, which one do I have? Which one do I choose? Because I had to make a buying decision. It was like, tell you what, I'll have both. So that's why we have this today. So Finca Limoncilo, based near the town of Matagalpa, altitude around about 1,400 metres. Has a mixture of Pacamara, Bourbon and Caturra on the farm. It is, they produce a fully washed Bourbon, they produce pump naturals, they produce naturals. Basically, working on the farm. They're very skilled processors. So these guys make like whatever the market kind of needs. Erwin and his father and his sister run the farm. They are an amazing set of people, and it was a really, really cool trip. If you want to know more about Limoncilo, go back and watch one of the other ones from a few months back, because I talk about this farm a lot and I really like it. So the reason for the two was I wanted you to try them side by side. So if you are a subscriber and you're watching this, I want you to go away, brew both of them, come back and drink them with me. So I'm going to whap you on pause and I'll be back in just a second. If you turn the screen round, you can... So I'm back. We're going to drive straight into these coffees. So I have Elegancy to my left and Funk to my right. So I should go... Which one do I do first? Elegance first. So this is the one that's been turned every hour on the patios as the cherries have been drying. So so with this one, you get the strawberries. You get like a bubble gum kind of flavour going on in there, but you get this cleanness just running through there. It's a very sharp, clean natural. So naturals can be a bit muddy and a little bit, and this is just a little bit smarter. It's a little bit cleverer. But the strawberry isn't as pronounced. I know I'm going to get a lot more strawberry down there than I am here. This I just get much more of a bubble gum, much more of a kind of that. If I say blue bubble gum, like you get flavourings and things, and it's that kind of flavour. So that's our elegancy gone. Like, so speaking of elegancy, No? Okay. I'll sit down again. Let's have some funk. Is it funky? No, it's not funky either. Okay, right. So into the funk. So you can smell straight away. On the coffee, you don't even need to drink it to tell this is different. Same varietal, same picking day, same processing method, just a slightly different way of turning it. So there we go. Funky strawberries. It's Strawberry Angel Delight, just like last year's was, just how I remember it. But I can't believe they're the same coffee. You put them side by side and you just go, no, they can't be the same. Because you see that they're related, but they're different. And it makes me scared how little we know about processing. Like processing methods, I need to learn so much more about. And these trips that I go on to Origin, where I kind of go and jolly round for a week, this is the kind of stuff that we learn. Like, we wouldn't be able to bring this coffee back if I hadn't have gone this year. So that alone for me is worth the trip. So I'm going to enjoy those in a minute, but I want to wrap up because I'm making this super short this week. I've got to go over there and do stuff. But thank you very much for joining me for this quickie. And do remember, life is too short for bad coffee.